Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is usually painted with the bright colors of fire, leadership, and beginnings. It is the spark that sets the wheel in motion, the headlong force that charges without hesitation. But peel away the soft horoscopes of the modern world, and what stands beneath is not a gentle spark, but a ritual soaked in blood. Aries is not a playful lamb. It is the ram, the beast of sacrifice, the skull-bearer with horns curling like crescents, forever tied to slaughter, ritual fire, and the offering of life to appease forces greater than ourselves. Its myth begins with a desperate act. In Greek legend, there was a golden ram, a creature sent not for glory, but as escape. King Athamas had fallen into a bitter feud with his second wife Ino, who plotted against his children Phrixus and Hel. Their mother prayed, and the gods sent forth the ram with fleece of gold, radiant as dawn, to rescue the children from a death designed by envy. The ram carried them through the sky, but the rescue was not clean. Hel lost her grip and fell into the sea, drowning in the waters now called the Hellespont. Only Phrixus survived, delivered across the sky to Colchis. There he sacrificed the ram to Zeus in gratitude, its shimmering fleece hung in a sacred grove and guarded by a sleepless dragon. This fleece became the lure for Jason and the Argonauts, but at its root lay the death of a child, a mother's desperate plea, and the ritual killing of the very beast that saved them. Aries entered the heavens as the ram, a star-etched reminder that even salvation demands blood, and no rescue comes without loss. But this ram was not only Greek. Across the ancient world, the ram was drenched in holy meaning. In Egypt, it was tied to Ammon, the hidden god, whose horns curled around the mysteries of kingship and unseen power. Rams were sacrificed by the thousands, their blood staining altars, their flesh burned in offering. The ram stood at the threshold between man and divinity, its body the currency for passage. In Mesopotamia, too, the ram was a ritual animal, a scapegoat in the truest sense, driven into the wilderness or slaughtered outright, carrying the sins of a community away with its blood. Aries in the sky became the eternal emblem of this exchange. Life for favor, innocence for survival. The darkness of Aries lies in its endless demand for beginnings through endings. Every spring festival was crowned with lambs slaughtered, their cries echoing through valleys as seeds were sown and new life begun. To be born under Aries is to be tied, in the oldest traditions, to the cycle of blood that makes growth possible. It is the rushing forward without pause, but also the death that clears the path for birth. Modern astrologers speak of Aries' energy as bold, reckless, untamed. They rarely whisper that this boldness was once the priest's knife, flashing in torchlight, driving life from a ram's throat so the sun might rise stronger the next day. The horns of Aries curl like the crescent moon, but they are also weapons, battering rams that split skulls and gates alike. Warriors painted their shields with the ram's head, invoking its relentless drive in battle. Yet in battle, as in sacrifice, the ram charges headlong into fate, often dying in the very rush that defines it. The ram is not cautious. It does not plan. It breaks itself against whatever stands in its path, leaving behind the echo of its impact and the blood that feeds the earth. And so Aries begins the zodiac not with gentle promise, but with a warning. Every beginning costs something. Every leap forward comes at the price of what is left behind. The golden ram may glitter in the heavens, but it shines because it was killed, because its blood stained an altar, because a child drowned while clutching its wool. It is not the sign of simple courage, but of sacrifice made holy through loss. To call oneself Aries is to carry the mark of that blood, to live in the shadow of beginnings carved out by endings, to remember that all sparks are born in the strike of flint, and flint only sparks when it shatters. Aries is not just the first sign. It is the eternal wound of the zodiac, the ram's skull mounted above the gate, horns curling toward the heavens, eyes long gone, yet its symbol burned into stars as a reminder that even the gods demand flesh before they grant their blessings.